And we, in a couple of seconds here, are going to be connected with Sitara Hewitt. As you know, this is always a very interesting time when we have anyone representing Bell Lifestyle Products, the sponsor of our show and our studio. But of course, Sitara's got a very interesting resume. And trust me, there's going to be some very interesting things that are going to happen in the next 20 minutes. She's an actress, obviously a mom, but she's also very passionate about meditation and just general health inside and out. So we're going to talk about some of that, and along with some, she does a lot of acting, and I believe that she'll be joining us this morning from Los Angeles. But also, as I said, meditation, natural health through her mindfulness coaching company, Transcend. So we're going to talk about all of that, including also the skincare, which I know a lot of people for this show are thinking, so when did that happen? Well, when we talk about Bell products, this is one of them. And I'm unsure, do we have Sitara now?
Yeah, I'm here.
We do. Sorry, I just on the video side during the Zoom conference, I don't know if there's a little icon there that you can click to where we can see you. So I just figured maybe you've done something bad and someone's looking for you.
There we go. Hello.
Now,
my first Zoom. So
this is your very first. But you know what's weird? A lot of people put in the virtual backgrounds. In those virtual backgrounds, there's lush greenery, there's beautiful sunshine, maybe a hammock. I got a feeling that this is not virtual. This is actually you live in an area that looks like. Where are we talking to you this morning? Where are you?
Well, hello, and I don't live here, but I'm in Costa Rica right now.
Oh, wow.
Costa Rica. I was thinking of doing that, but I went to Uxbridge instead. So this is lovely this morning, and courtesy of our friends at Bell Lifestyle Products. Today we're talking about a lot of things, including clear skin. We're talking about hair formula. This all has to do with nutrition and outside beauty. But the reality is a lot of what you do, Sitara, has to do coming from within inside. So it's health, both, from the spirit and things you can do to yourself. So you kind of tackle both at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. That's well said. And I really think that the beauty that people perceive in you definitely comes from your heart and your mind and your integrity. And, we use our eyes, so it's nice when people can see beauty that way. But definitely the impression you leave on people comes from how you treat them and how you treat yourself.
Absolutely. Today we're talking healthy skin. Bell Lifestyles have so many great products. One of them we're looking at here is the number 60 Clear Skin. It's a natural formulation of healthy skin, a great formula that Bell has on their marketplace. Can you tell us more about? Yeah, there we go. Can you tell us more about this product and why you use it and why it has been so good in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, well, I had pretty bad skin a few years ago. I had a lot of acne, and I just was always trying to treat it topically, as we do, put all these astringent weird things on it and make it dry up, or just beat ourselves up because we have bad skin. What we don't realize is that acne or pimples is actually our body looking after us. It's our body going, hey, you've got this toxic stuff in you. I'm just getting it out. So it's not in your liver and your kidneys, inside your body. So it's unfortunate for us that it comes out on our face, but it's really our body just really taking care of us. So when you tune into that and you realize, okay, my body's being good to me, how can I support it being good to me? You turn to supplements that help detox you from the inside, like the Clear Skin. The Clear Skin is really a way of kind of absorbing and detoxing toxins quickly so that you don't have to sit there while they come out of your skin for years and years. So that's why I like it. And then now I like it. Now I don't have the problem with acne, but I just like the Clear Skin because it keeps my skin very vibrant and looking young. And I'm all about looking young, not from $100 moisturizer, but rather from something that's making me healthy. And then my skin reflects that.
Well, and that's the whole thing, that when we talk to people about Bell Lifestyle products, because they're natural health products, this isn't adding something like a cleansing cream or pharmaceuticals. This is your body, helping your body, react to something from within, something that we already have inside within ourselves, which is why I think, sometimes we get questions about the products, or like, am I going to have these kinds of side effects, or do I have those kinds of side effects? I go, it's not that kind of product. That's why you want to use it.
Yeah, it's true. It's going to have healing side effects. Now, of course, with anything, everyone's body is different. So everyone's body is going to react differently, even to herbs and supplements. But I definitely love that about Bell Lifestyle. One thing that makes people not react badly to it is that it's all organic. And that means it doesn't have pesticides in it. Really, that's what it comes down to. People are like, oh, organic's just a fancy way of saying you pay more. But it really is that. Like, oh, yeah, sure, you shop at Whole Foods. I get it. You're bougie. But really, it's that if I eat products and supplements that have chemicals in them, it downgrades my health. I feel it. And in a supplement that's a concentrate, you don't want that plant that's now been concentrated down to have the chemicals that were on it and the pesticides also concentrated down. So that's why I really like Bell Lifestyles, because everything they use is organic and organically sourced. And plus, it's cool because they're a Canadian company. And especially in this day and age, I'm just not about supporting the multinational global conglomerates that kind of run our planet. I'm really about supporting more independent, small, locally based businesses. So
very good. The number 63 formula, it is called Cell Restore. I actually got it sent to me a couple of weeks ago to try it out. I haven't gotten the chance to try it. Have you tried the Cell Restore formula, and what sort of expectations did you have from something like that?
So I haven't tried the Cell Restore. I've been doing the Stem Cell. That's 63.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the one that I've been doing. And I like that one because that's my best anti-aging one. And it has things that like you're not going to get anywhere else. It has things like spirulina and chlorella and all that stuff. So that's the cool thing is people go like, oh, okay, it's good for my skin. But then you see what's in it and it's like, wow. I mean, I could go to a health food tonic bar and say, hey, my immune system needs boosting or my liver needs cleansing, and they'll give you these same ingredients. So it's under the heading of like skin health, but it's nourishing for all your organs. So I'm really liking the stem cell one. I find that that's been just making my skin, I'm out in the sun a lot, I'm out in the ocean a lot, and my skin is just so kind of glowy and healthy. So that's nice. And my pores are very refined. It's just really cool.
I've always wanted refined pores. That's the first time I've heard something else. It's been a thing for me.
Suddenly your pores disappear. You're like, wow, that's cool. I never had that before. And I'm 40, so I'm not like 20. So I need support from this kind of stuff to look young, and it really makes a difference.
It's interesting too that you also talk about environment, because certainly here in Canada, we don't live in climates, coast to coast. It can be very, very different. It can be really super dry. Like if you're out in the prairies, where Dave from Winnipeg, I worked in Calgary, and I'm telling you, sometimes it is so dry out there, especially during the wintertime, right? When you're inside it, so you can feel it, that sometimes you need some products just to help you a little bit, because either, you're dealing with different elements too. If you're in LA, or if you're down there, there's going to be sun and salt water and some of those things that quite frankly, people in different parts don't deal with that. So that was kind of an interesting point.
Yeah. What helps so much when you're in a dry climate too, side note, is sleeping with like a cool mist diffuser or a humidifier. Change your life. It's just like humidity in the air while you sleep. It's the difference between waking up with like a dry nose and dry lips and dry skin and waking up feeling great. So I always sleep with a humidifier or cool mist diffuser. And you also don't get sick as much because it kind of keeps the mucous membranes moisturized.
Right.
There you go. Getting a couple texts this morning on your appearance, and it was big on social media for us overnight. 3, 4, 5 different people want to know about your time training in the World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. What can you tell us about that experience? And why didn't you pursue it as much as a lot of people thought you'd be very, very good at it?
Oh, thanks. So that developed in my life in such a funny way. It's funny how the universe kind of answers your request. So I was in Canada, and I always had this dream that I wanted to live in LA. I just wanted to live with the palm trees. I wanted to maybe work in Hollywood. And I was like, I'm Canadian and I can't get a green card. I can't live there. And I put it out to the universe, and I ended up having this boyfriend who was auditioning for the WWE, and we would work out together. We were really into fitness, and I was a dancer, I was in fitness, and he's like, why don't you send an audition tape in? And I had hosted that show, You Bet Your Ass, on the
Yeah. Yep.
So I sent some tapes of You Bet Your Ass in, and for some reason, the WWE really liked me. Side note, they didn't choose him, which really sucked for his ego. But anyway, so they really liked me, and they gave me a contract to train, and they shipped me out to Atlanta, and gave me a rental car and put me in a hotel. And I was like, wow, like the WWE is paying for my like Kia Soul or whatever that I'm driving. It's like I've made it. And then I was training, and it was really fun because I was meeting all of the WWE like wrestlers. Like I met The Undertaker, and I met John Cena, and like I would have to go backstage at the events and eat lunch with them and kind of like learn. That was really fun. But then the training was so hard on my body. Like they would just have me in the ring for like 5 to 8 hours and learning how to just be thrown off the ropes and fall constantly. And after a few days, like my neck was out and I was all bruised on my back, and my boyfriend had come with me to support me also, just to meet everyone in the WWE because he was obsessed. And he would just have to like ice my back, and I could barely walk. And I was like, I'm like 22 and I'm getting beaten up so badly. And I shouldn't disparage the WWE because I like it, but what they were offering me financially and lifestyle wise to be hurt so badly on a daily basis, potentially worse, I just was like, I think for me, I want something different. And I think I believe in myself more than to have to put myself through this, if that makes sense. I was like, I believe I can make this money and open these doors without having to put myself through this abuse. So I said no. Oh, and the other thing was then when they were offering me a contract, they were like, we don't want you to be like a single standalone diva. We want you to be in like a group of like almost like go-go dancer divas. Right. And I had been a go-go dancer at nightclubs, and I was like, I think I can just do better than this. So I said no to it. I went back to Toronto, and then I got offered Little Mosque on the Prairie very soon after. We were on the cover of every newspaper, every magazine. We were all over the world, and I was getting to do something that I could make a difference in the world and talk about a culture that hadn't been talked about, and also not get hurt every day and get paid way more, by the way. Have people be like, what would you like in, your almond milk latte, Miss Hewitt? And I was like, so it was a really good measure for a young girl to say, I deserve better than this. I'm going to walk away from something that's not healthy for me, trusting that the universe will give me better. And it did. So, and I had nothing. When I walked away from that job, I had nothing. I was like earning I don't know.
Well, there's also something else that has shown up on the resume, which I know you don't know where this is going, but the audience is going to know immediately when I say this. I see that there have been some parts on The Young and Restless. And what you need to know about this show for the last 25 years is that Eric Braden has been in studio, and he has been a part of this show for a long time. So, Dave, if you want to introduce this next character who's going to talk to Sitara, why don't you introduce this next person?
Well, Sitara, I know you're the star of maybe this episode, but when somebody comes knocking on our door, even you have to take a back seat to my next guest, which is Mr. Victor Newman, based out of Los Angeles. Victor, good morning. So good to talk to you. I know you've worked with this young lady in the past, and I'm just wondering if there's some sort of reunion here of some sort.
Well, let me tell you something. She's a damn lovely girl, all right, as you can see right now in Costa Rica. I've been there many times because Miguel is from there. But let me tell you something right goddamn now, all right? If I see Miguel show up on the screen right now, you'll be in damn trouble. Do you understand what I'm saying? I will not put up with that. All right, Sitara? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know I do. And I listen. I will definitely listen to that commanding.
Well, you're a damn lovely girl. You know that. And I would like to invite you to the ranch when Nikki is gone, because she has difficulty with all the women that are in love with Victor Newman. You can understand that because I'm Victor Newman.
I know, I understand. I played your mistress on The Young and the Restless, so I know.
What do you mean played? What the hell are you trying to say to me?
I mean, just for money, like just for the show.
You don't have to say it like that. All right?
Sitara, thanks so much for joining us here this morning. Been a lot of fun. The products are great. This will go out on Twitter today. A lot of people are going to see that the products work. Go on, that you know of what you speak. And also, before we let you go, this is kind of cool too. That when we talk about someone's resume and we talked about the meditation, you actually have a mindfulness coaching company called Transcend.
Yeah, I do.
Now, how does that work? Is this obviously LA based, or how does that work?
Well, it was LA based. And then, one of the benefits of the pandemic is that I was able to help more people globally because I work virtually with people now. So basically, I do courses and classes, which I always post on my social media. And the classes are great because they're inexpensive, and it's nice because you get to be with a bunch of people who are seeking the same thing you are, peace and positivity and serenity. And then my best work is one-on-one with people. And we do like a whole intensive coaching session where we work through all the blocks and obstacles, all the stuff that's just racing around in your head right now. We figure it all out. We release it. I do energy healing work on people because I'm a long distance energy healer. And then we close with a personalized guided meditation. So I take people through whatever they need right now as a guided meditation that they can then record and then play for themselves at bedtime, take themselves through. And usually after you do that guided meditation 2 or 3 times, you're healed of those particular issues. So it's really nice and it's fun. And I like to teach people how to meditate in a fun, light, enjoyable, healing way, not in the like, you have to quiet your mind and it's boring and people just shy away from that. So I do a really healing, nourishing, personalized way into meditation.
Well, that's fantastic. And boy, certainly something that's needed right now. Sitara, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. Been a lot of fun and a real pleasure here this morning.
Thanks. It's been great talking to you guys. Have a lovely day.
Take care.
That is Sitara. There she is. And then you'll see that, by the way, that's not a virtual background.
Lauren,
Yeah,
nice.
that is real.
There.
Look at that. Wow.
And then out that way is the ocean.
Very nice. A little nicer than here today. But
Yeah.
hey, what a treat for us here this morning. That was great.